skipped a beat a few times, right? Mine even stopped.
Was the wind doing some weird stuff?
Yeah, I think you could tell that everybody was having a tough time. Even on, what looked like routine ball. Nothing was routine. And it was, that weird sky where it was hard to see the ball, too, at times. So, fortunately, we caught just enough.
That kind of felt like one of those games where like last year, where you got down, you might not be able to come back. How nice is to get one of those?
Yeah, you know what? Because we came out and swung the bats really well, and then you give it back, but they kept playing, and Knapp with a really good swing, when we put some pressure on them, so that was good. We made a few mistakes, but we outplayed those, so that's good.
What do you think it can help Santana to kind of have Napoli in the middle, take a little pressure off him as a cleanup hitter, just how they work together?
Well, that and him hitting the ball to like left center a few times, man, those were really pretty swings. And that was after the home run, which is good. It didn't get long. He stayed short and, hit his last one right in those. That's really good. If we can get him going early, that would be really helpful.
Do you see them being sort of a potentially dangerous combo? Just given, they both walk, they both can hit for power.
The idea is to have everybody, be dangerous. But Knapp certainly has a pretty good feel for the strike zone too. So, if a guy's getting on base in front of Carlos, it's that switch hitter kind of sandwiched in between some of the righties. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
What do you think of Carrasco and Cody?
Early, they hit some balls pretty hard, and the ballpark, uncharacteristic for this time of year, was playing pretty small tonight. Balls were flying all over the place, and they squared up a lot of balls. And then, we wanted to get him through 2 hitters in the 6th, and he gave up 2 home runs. So much for that. Then Det came in and had trouble with the strike zone, and all of a sudden it's a whole different ball game.
How about the job Zach and Brian did after you guys got the lead back?
Zach did a really good job, and then Shaw and Cody I thought were particularly sharp, both of them. Last year at this time, Brian was still trying to kind of find himself coming out of spring training, and tonight he held runners. He was sharp, and then Cody came in and threw a bunch of strikes, to the heart of their order. That was impressive.
Ends up being a moot point, but within the Red Sox rally, the play where Uribe got the ball and went to first, could he have done a better job looking the runner back?
You know what it looked like? Yeah. It looked like he kind of realized that he needed to look somebody back, but he actually kind of looked the other way. And then, that was a big play.
He looked up some himself.
You know what? I think that he's done that so many times. He just kind of looked the wrong way.
Then he comes back with the sac fly.
Wow, and he hit the other. He hit some balls right on the screws. And I thought the way the ballpark was playing, I thought Rajay's ball was going to go out. I thought his ball was going to go out. Just he's barreled up a bunch of balls first couple games.
Play where Davis was caught stealing. Why not challenge?
You know what? That was on me, man. I misheard, and by the time I realized it was and that's on me. That's a bad mistake.
Carrasco was different to you after you gave up the home run, started throwing more sliders. Didn't seem like a real runner.
Say it again.
Did he throw more sliders after he gave up the home run earlier?
I think so, and that can happen. Sometimes the way guys are swinging it back can make some adjustments. I think Carlos needs to remember that he's got about as good a fastball as anybody, and then off of that is a really good breaking ball, but your fastball sets everything up.
Good to see Nateman's first hit.
Yeah. I'm sure that he probably barely touched the ground going to first. Good for him, man. I'm sure that was very exciting for him. He's got family here and everything. That was pretty cool.
It's good to see a guy in his first start with a nice pitch at bat.
Who are you talking about? He hit the ball in right field.
Sorry, but just for him to have.
Oh yeah, that's great. Well, I love that. That was a good at bat. I know what you're saying. That was a really good at bat. You know, you start to foul off some tough breaking balls and changeups, you're going to earn yourself some fastballs.
What'd you think of Ramirez in left field? I know it's a tough night, but
It was a really tough night. He caught that last ball. Wish he was a little taller. I don't know what he's going to do about that, but and he swung the bat really well. I mean, it was nice to see that kind of carry over from spring training because, you know, he's had a tough time the last couple of years at the beginning, and he looked like he was kind of right in sync. He was right in the middle of a bunch of good stuff.
You think the wind was in play too with the ball that dropped between
You know what? I think Nate was coming maybe a little too hard. I mean, you love the fact that he's coming to get it because your center fielder needs to do that. And I think I know he maybe looked towards Lindor or Ramirez, and then he had no chance after that. That ball was, you know, that's a big play. But, you know, you can blame it on youth all you want, but if he didn't see it, that doesn't matter how old you are.